Hey everyone, my name's Jade. So recently I got a message on Instagram from a really tiny art gallery in my city called Gallery Flaneur. They're like a hole-in-the-wall gallery, which is like, I know it's like a plexiglass box in the wall where like people can like exhibit work. And so they're doing this thing this year where they are asking artists in my city to submit small artworks to put on display and have for sale. So I was like, you know what? That sounds like fun. Let's do it. I'm gonna do it. And I thought it would be a lot of fun to like do a little video about it. So here we are. So yeah, I thought what we do today is create a small painting. It is an A4 size. Here I've got my design. It is fucking weird, I know, but with that being said, I think she's pretty cute as a little rough sketch just to figure out what we're painting today. There is no particular theme for this exhibition. It's just sort of like, create an artwork, put it up, what's up, you know, do whatever the hell you want, which I love those exhibitions, but at the same time, I don't love them because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be painting. Although this illustration in pencil is really cool, I like it a lot, I want to do her as a painting because I love painting and it's fantastic. I also, yeah, I'll do another graphic illustration in another video, but for this, I definitely want to do a painting. With that being said, let's get this transferred onto some illustration board and get to painting.
First I start off by transferring my illustration onto illustration board using a piece of paper with just graphite on the back, and it actually works pretty well and like transfers pretty cleanly onto the illustration board, and it's like super affordable as well. Okay, so I have like a really messy box of paints, and like most of my paints don't have lids, and don't judge me. So the paints we're going to be using today are Provincial Beige, Cadmium Red Light, Mars Black, Skin Tone Base, Green Oxide, Booker's Green, Permanent Green Light, Burnt Sienna, and Burnt Umber. So first thing I do is start off with a base layer of the skin tone base. When that's completely flat and dry, then I'll overlay the transfer again and then transfer all the details. And then I'm going to start with doing the dark creases of the eyes and the nose. So now I'm just doing a like really watered down layer of cadmium red light just over her eyelid, just to start off like her eyeshadow, and just doing some more detail under her eye, adding a little bit of white highlight. Would give me some dimension to like her eyeball with just a little bit of grey mixed in with the white. We're just doing the green base of her eye and her pink tongue. So this painting's actually called Snake Eyes, which is inspired by some experiences that I've been seeing some of my friends have, and myself, well, a friend of mine and myself have been having feelings recently about kind of people talking negatively about you or spreading lies about you, and not knowing who to really trust in our lives to an extent. I wanted to do a painting that was a kind of a visual representation of those thoughts you might be having when you are thinking that people are talking about you, and you don't really know if they are or not, but you have this like insecurity and this kind of like, you know, thought that people are, I guess, being bitchy or bullying you. And I just want to do a visual representation because it's like a saying that's like, when you hear like bully and like put you down and stuff, like they're kind of like snakes, you know? And you really, when you're walking through like the long grass or you're just going about your life, you know, there's always going to be snakes in the grass, and you always have to watch where you step, because you just don't know who to trust. And I really just wanted to do a painting that kind of, I don't know, emanated that feeling of distrust and concern for like whether people are talking about you or not. just doing some little eyebrows. I wanted to make her look really mean and crazy, so I gave her very pointy eyebrows, and they're a little bit crooked. Eyebrows aren't twins, they're sisters. I'm just adding a little bit of like weird shading on the eye patch. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm not really working off a reference. I think if you should always work with a reference of like a similar image to like a lighting source or something. But in this case, I'm just sort of going whatever feels right, not necessarily what is correct in the sense of lighting. I always do this thing with my paintings to clean it up a little bit. It's like my secret trick. I always do like a watered down white around the head, and I think it just makes it look like, maybe brings it a bit more to life. Her head could have been bigger on the illustration board, so I just went with adding some sort of white flames, and I made them a little bit more wispy by adding some watered down red around the edges to kind of blur it out a little bit. And then just a thin layer of Mars Black all the way around the painting, just to bring her forward. I kind of messed up because the texture of the painting, or the texture of the illustration board, is very visible when I was doing this, when I was doing the Mars Black. And then just finish off with some really wispy eyelashes, which I love to do, and it makes the painting come to life. And there's the finished painting. After I had finished the painting, and I finished it like just in time for the deadline, I took it down to Fisher Place, where Gallery Flaneur has their gallery in the wall, and we put it up for display, and they already provided my frame, and yeah, it was pretty easy. So time passes, and it's the opening night, and me and my partner are there, and the turnout was really great. That's her. I'm Jade. Thank you for coming. That's it.